In a telling show of support for the men in uniform tasked with keeping the country's borders secure, the president, who is also the commander-in-chief of the defense forces, affirmed that there is no looking or turning back in the war on terror and pledged that Kenya would not pull its troops out of Somalia, not unless the Somalis put their house in order.
From time to time, therefore, we may be required to intervene externally to keep our country and our neighbors safe. We have not been found wanting in this regard, and we stand ready to act whenever required. I am happy to report that peace and security initiatives in Somalia and South Sudan are bearing fruit. But security, we must never forget, is a shared mandate of all people living in Kenya.
But the president made a clarion call to Kenyans. Security, he said, starts with you. His speech coming at a time when the nation is still reeling from the devastating effects of terror. Exactly a month ago, a dark cloud hung over the country's capital following the deadly Westgate mall attack that killed at least 67 people. Since then, the focus has shifted to the handling of the security operation then and the alleged subsequent looting by KDF personnel.
We have withstood terrible violations by terrorists who have attacked our people and caused much grief and suffering. There have been numerous domestic acts of criminality on worrying scales. My government is vigilant and is investing in equipping the security forces to have the sufficient capacity to deter and contain all forms of violence and criminality.
This CCTV footage that has put the Kenya Defence Forces on the spot leaves more questions than answers at a time when integrity and accountability dominate discussion on the implementation of the country's constitution. Despite the Parliamentary Joint Committee on Defence and Security coming to the defence of the KDF shortly after a meeting with security chiefs earlier in the week, KDF's alleged participation in the Westgate looting saga remains an unresolved puzzle. The head of state would, however, remain firm in calling on each Kenyan to play his or her part and ensure the country is secure, the Nyumba Kumi initiative becoming a focus in his address.
The first rule of security is vigilance. We must know everything and everyone around us. It will be a great betrayal for any one of us to pretend oblivion while next door someone is assembling bombs, hoarding illegal weapons, or detaining a kidnapped child. That is why we must all embrace the Nyumba Kumi plan and ensure that you know at least 10 households around your residence well.
Nonetheless, President Kenyatta reassured Kenyans that stringent measures to boost national security have been put in place, even as the security question dominated his address to the nation on this Mashujaa Day celebrations. Now, even as Kenyans await answers to the big question whether or not the KDF did indeed participate in looting at Westgate, it is a call of vigilance and resilience in matters security that continues to be emphasized, even as Kenya begins to celebrate its 50 years in independence. Jacky Maribe, Sunday Live, Nyayo Stadium, Nairobi.